So, the very first topic that we have in front of us is story writing. You'll know how to write a story. I mean, of course, story बनाना आपसे ज़्यादा better किससे आता है? Story writing, right? So, you all know what is exactly story writing. Today, what I'm going to talk about is why exactly you need to write a story. स्टोरी तो आप बना सकते हो, आप घर पे भी बहुत सारी स्टोरीज बनाते हो व्हेन यू वांट टू प्रोटेक्ट योरसेल्फ फ्रॉम समथिंग. स्टोरीज तो हम जानते हैं बनाना, बट how do we technically create a perfect story? That is my main aim to tell you all today. Let's proceed further. What is the purpose of writing a story or an experience? Tell me, as a child, what was the best time for you, especially when you went to your grandparents' house? What was the best thing that you felt that was different from what you never got at home? What was that one thing? Whenever you would visit your grandparents, what was that one extra thing you would get with them, which at home you wouldn't get? Can anyone guess? The extra love and attention, yes. The extra pampering we get. Yeah, you could say a different type of love from them, your grandparents. Yes. Night stories, old stories, spoon feeding. Yeah, your parents are always busy at home, so they're not able to actually give you that kind of attention. So yes, exactly, you spend a good vacation with them, but what's that extra dose you get with them is of stories, different and unique stories. You might come across their life stories, okay, or you might just come across you know unusual stories from them, like when I had my grandparents, so they were from the before partition time. Okay, they were born before the partition time, so I would get to listen to stories about partition and how everything happened at that point of time. Okay, so this is how you get to hear unique stories, and the way they narrate it, you actually consider yourself to be a character of the story. I mean, you can literally imagine everything what's happening. And you know what's the best story I can tell you all? It's one that when you're reading it, you can actually play a movie of it in your mind. It's like you're reading something or you're listening to something, and the movie is going in your mind. It's like going in your insides, and you can actually feel like you are a part of it. And this is exactly what I want all of you all to do. When you write a story, make the reader a part of the story. Okay, I will exactly tell you all what has to be written. Okay, don't be in a rush to write. Just focus on the concept first. I'll tell you, don't worry about it. Okay, so what is the purpose of writing a story or an experience? Number one thing is to develop your storytelling skills. Why do we want you to write a story? So that you can, might be someday just become a wonderful storyteller. In ICSE, especially when it comes to language and literature. We are not just focusing on you getting good marks and clearing your board exams. No, what we are focusing on are the concepts, other concepts that are going to help you somewhere down in future, and make you a better person. Like when you all will come to ninth and 10th, the kind of stories that you all will read, the kind of drama that you all will read, you all will actually get to understand a lot of different concepts. But with language, why we want you to write a story, who knows, maybe out of the 52 students that I have over here, maybe after understanding the basis, as after understanding the technicalities of story writing, he or she would want to become a writer. And years down, maybe I get to read a book from written by one of you, published and written in your name. Who knows, maybe I am literally lecturing at this point of time future writers. So at least when you want to write a book, आपको basic technicalities तो आनी चाहिए, and that is why story. So the first point is to develop the skill of storytelling, so that you as a person start telling such amazing stories that you have literally grabbed the listener's attention, like the listener is hypnotized by what you are writing. वो इतना engross हो चुका है, इतना engross हो चुका है that at this point of time he wants to do nothing else but just read the story that you've written. I'm sure now in this lockdown, you all would have binged watched a lot of web series, and काफी सारी web series like they just end and there is no another season to it, and you have to like wait for a year or so for the season to come. Tell me, how is that feeling that when you've completed that web series and you're just waiting for the second part to come? How do you feel at that point of time? Share your experiences with me. You're excited, okay? Extreme feeling of curiosity, so much of excitement. Yes, you're very impatient and excited, curious for next one. You're like awaiting the next one. Okay, okay. So exactly at this point of time, you're all waiting, you're all excited for something new to come up, right? So this is exactly what we need to do with your story. We need to write such a perfect story that the paper character, your paper character, the one who's reading your story is getting the same feeling कि आगे क्या होगा. And when your story ends and he is like, is it over? I mean, now I want to know more about these characters. This is how lively we need to make your story. To check the creativity and the imagination of a student, as I told you all, I am talking to future writers maybe, so I need to see right now how creative and how imaginative you can get, and at certain points just push you to be more creative and imaginative. And finally, what is a story without a moral? We always learn something from a story, right? So it is always to provide a message to the listener. The world needs good messages to be passed on, and maybe you can pass on a wonderful message from your story. So these are basically the various reasons why we end up writing a story. Okay. Now proceeding further, whatever is to be written, I'll tell you. Okay, don't worry about it. What is story writing? It's an art which can be perfected only with practice. If you tell me that tomorrow is your paper, and if you tell me that chalo, today you're going to read just one or two stories, and you believe that tomorrow, you're just going to write a perfect story, an outstanding story. Tell me, is it going to be possible? Yes or no? Absolutely no. Yes, exactly. It is not going to be possible. You need to at least practice a few stories, before going in for your final examination. So basically, what is story writing? It's a work of fiction or imagination that is usually written in easily understandable grammatical structure. Now, what happens is when I come across students, they are eager to learn new words, they are eager to enhance their vocabulary, which is a wonderful thing. They want to learn new words, they want to enhance their vocabulary. That's a perfect thing. But what they often do is the new kind of words, the different kind of words that they have learned, they want to use it in their story, and at times they end up using such high end vocabulary that it gets even difficult for the paper corrector to gauge their language, to understand their language. A good story is not about how high level vocabulary words you have used. No, it's about how well you have written the story, how well you have written it, that the paper character is mesmerized with your story. It's not the kind of words that you choose, it's the way you write your story mesmerizes them. Okay? So, your story, first and foremost, it should have a natural flow of speech. Okay. Is my voice audible now or is it still breaking? Is it audible now? Okay, okay, it's breaking. Okay, okay. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Now it's better. Is it better now? Okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. I had some connectivity issues. If this again happens, do let me know about it. Just really let me know about it now. So yeah, we'll now proceed further. First and foremost, we need to understand that there should be a natural flow of speech. Okay, there should be a natural flow of speech. Just 1 minute. Just give me a minute. 1 minute, all of you. Okay. Quickly tell me, is the background noise still coming? Or is it clear now? Is the voice clear? Video proper? Perfect. Sure. So now all clear. Now let's proceed further. Perfect. So basically, as I was telling y'all, that when you write a story, okay, it should have a natural flow of speech. What do you mean by natural flow of speech? Your story should be in a sequence. Okay, your story should be in a sequence. It should have a proper introduction. After the introduction, you have to tell me something about your characters and what's going to happen in the story. You can't be just going with your story in a haphazard manner. When I say haphazard, मतलब आप कोई भी point कहीं पर भी add नहीं कर सकते हो. It needs to be in a story. Acha, tell me, have you ever seen a movie that has too much of flashback and present? Have you ever seen such a movie which has a lot of flashback and present? Kind of. And do you feel that at times it gets confusing to understand what's happening? It does get confusing. Why? Because for some of you, yes, it might get a little confusing. Why? Because it is not going in a proper flow. But confused हो रहा है, अब क्या हो रहा है? अच्छा, what happened in the past? What is happening in the present? You are not able to understand that well. Right. So this is exactly confusing the audience, which we do not want you to do it with the paper corrector. Ultimately, he will have your 20 marks with him. Don't confuse him. Okay, yes. And story writing, okay, it is meant to be read at a single sitting. It should not be so boring that the paper correctors at, yeah, let me just take a break and read the story. And again, he just takes a break while reading a story. No, it should be in one go and it should be flawless. Now, let's talk about the five key elements that your story needs to have. Number one is character. Okay. A lot of students feel that, by adding many characters, they make the story interesting, but that's not the case. I'll tell you minimum two, maximum three. Minimum two, maximum three should be your characters, not more, not less. Two to three, minimum two, maximum three. Do not go beyond three characters. The lesser the characters, the better your story will be, because you'll be able to focus on the characters. When we talk about the setting of the story, it has to be, you have to tell the audience exactly where is the entire story taking place. Is it in a house? Is it in a garden? Where is it? Let the audience imagine the place where the story is happening. Plot. Do you want to write a horror story, or a mystery, or a motivation, or adventure, or science fiction, UFOs and aliens? What do you want to write about? Let the audience know when they are reading that story. Mystery or horror is often, quite appreciated in stories. We as paper correctors, we as paper checkers, we love to read anything that has horror in it. Even if it's technology, we are amazed with your imagination. So yes. Conflict. What's a movie where everything is going absolutely fine and there is like no absolutely conflict in it? Would you will you ever like such a movie where everything is happy, happy, happy? There is no sad happening, there is no fight, there's no action. You don't like it. You're like, "Arey, sab to acha ho raha hai, forget it, band kar do." Right? Similarly, your story. If everything is happy, happy, if everything is going fine, what's the fun in the story? You need to add certain conflict to it. You need to add a fight. You need to add some kind of adventure to it, or something that is, that makes the audience, make the paper reader hooked onto your story. It needs to have something in it. कुछ तो मिर्च मसाला ऐड करना है आपको. And you can, yes, there has to be a twist. There actually has to be a twist in the story. Like there are new concepts coming up. Like recently I had corrected a story where the child had actually written about split personality. You can put up certain things like that. When everything is going fine, suddenly there is a second face of the person, your main character, coming up, and then it is like, it's a split personality. This is where exactly your story will have that X factor in it. And what is split personality? It's like, for example, if there's a person right now and he is absolutely good and absolutely fine, everything is like, person is a very jovial person, ekdam happy go lucky hai. But soon, time passes, like, after a certain point of day, the person's behavior suddenly changes. He turns more violent, he turns more aggressive, he's very rude, and you're not able to understand it. Why is this happening every day? Like, at some point of time, the person is absolutely fine, jovial, happy go lucky, and after a certain point he just suddenly turns so violent and aggressive. This means split personality. मतलब एक ही इंसान अपने अंदर जो जिंदगी जी रहा है. It means like there is one single person, one individual person only, but there are two lives breeding in him. This is what we call split personality. So you can add such, twist in your story to make it even more interesting. And plot and theme both mean the same, that exactly what is going to be a story all about, what is going to be the background picture of your story, how exactly will you, what will be the setting of your story, and so on. When we talk about characters, they are someone or something that is a major part of your story. Your character can be a living person, it can be a dead person, a ghost, a dog, a toy. All these things can be a main character to story. Don't forget the time when we were actually asked to write an autobiography of a pen or a pencil or a table. If at that point of time our main characters could be pen or a pencil or a table, here also we can have certain characters. Okay, we can have certain characters. Now, is this whatever I've explained until now, is it clear to you all? Okay. Yeah, basically, theme again means plot only. Theme and plot are one and the same. Theme is basically relating to your story. Is it an adventurous theme, or have you chosen a horror or a mystery? It's one and the same. So, theme is basically what exactly is your story all about. Is it a motivational, adventurous? Is it a horror story? So, we want to know plot and theme both mean the same. Now, what I want you all to do is, okay, is that concept of theme understood now? Perfect. Very good. Now, what I want you all to do is the second paragraph. Okay, that typically story writing has 5 key elements. I just want you all to write down the second paragraph. That's all. Start writing. Yeah. I just told you all that write down the second paragraph, that typically story writing has 5 key elements. I want you all to write down that paragraph in your book. Give the heading as story writing. Write down today's date. It is 20/12/2020. Come on, write that down. Ensure that you're writing the date, the heading, and then the second para. Once you're done writing, just put a done in the chat box. Okay, or if you're done, okay, okay, finish it off. Okay. So we'll now proceed further and let's talk about the various plots you can pick up. Now, before that, let's talk about the different types of questions that can be asked in the examination or the way the question can be presented. The questions can be asked in three ways. Okay. The question can be asked in three ways. Number one is where the beginning of the story is given, or the second one is where the ending of the story is given. Now, let me tell you all, if there is a proper beginning given, okay, you have to begin your story exactly in those same words. Okay, you cannot change the words, you cannot change the sequence, nothing. You have to begin exactly with the words given. And if you've been given the ending, you have to end the story exactly with those words. You cannot change the words if they've already been given in the paper. And the third type is you might be just given a title. For example, The Gift. Okay, you've just been given a title, The Gift, and now you have to write a story on it. So getting my point over here, basically you will have three different types of questions. One where the beginning would be given or the ending would be given, and the third one where the title would be mentioned, and now you have to elaborate the story. Okay, a lot of times your paper also consists of outlines. Okay, where the outline of the story is given. What's an outline? Dash dash karke. Like for example, a farmer, dash, four sons, dash, very lazy, dash. And this is how the outline of the story is given to you. So even that can be a probable question. So basically, these are the three ones that may be asked, and one you can have a probable question of having a outline. Okay, having an outline of the story. Now, how do we go about with the outline story also, and how do we go about with these stories? Let's understand further. Now, before I talk about the tips for writing a good story, a lot of you all have this question in your mind, and I don't want you all to sit with any doubts that what are the various themes or plots, okay, of the stories that you all can write. It can be an adventurous story. You can pick up mystery. You can pick up horror, science fiction, comedy, drama. You want to go in for drama, do it. That's completely, if you feel you're able to carry out the drama, do it. If you feel you're able to go ahead with a comedy story, you feel that you can keep the comic spirit alive in the story, go for it. Technological, yes, you can write a good technology related story. Yes, you can. Or you can actually write a story that has a lot of emotions in it. You want to vent out your emotions, do it in the story. Okay, if you want to like vent out your emotions, you can do it in the story also. So it could be emotional, it could be motivational, it could be technological, it could be drama, it could be horror, it could be comedy. Okay, so these are the various themes or plots of the story that you all can pick up. Is this clear until here? So all those students who wanted to know the theme of the plot, is this clear now? I'll just write it down for y'all. So y'all can just write it. 1 minute. I'll just write it over here. So y'all can just write it down. Perfect. Y'all can just make a note of these. The heading y'all can give is the various themes of a story. The various themes of a story. Science fiction involves UFO, involves time travel, involves aliens, You can. These are all science fiction stories. Okay. Motivation basically means where, with your story, you're inspiring people. Okay. Yes, you can also write a tragic story. You can. And motivation basically talks about, how someone's efforts have led them to where they are right now. You can motivate people with your story. If suppose most of the time it will be given to you all in the examination, the the number of words that you'll need to write in your story. But if suppose the words are not mentioned, what I'll suggest you all is write down at least one full page. Now, when I say one full page, so front and back both, or I could say two sides. At least the story should be of two sides. 20 marks ke liye the story is going to come. So for 20 marks, the least you all can do is write down two sides two sides, and then conclude your story. Or I could simply say one page, front and back. Yes, even inspirational can be a theme. Yes, technological means technology. Okay, 1 minute. If you're traveling to some place, if we want to write a story, which kind of thing? Then that could be an adventure story. If like when you were traveling and something happened at that point of time, like it was something an adventure. So you can talk about it in sense of adventure story. It can have an adventure theme to it. Yeah. So you all can use an adventure related story also, where you all were traveling and then suddenly something happened and you survived it. So it was an adventure. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Most welcome. Now, have all of you all written the various themes of the story? So we have motivational, technological, science fiction, horror, emotional, comedy, drama, adventure, inspirational. Okay, come on. We'll now proceed further. Now, let us come on to the various tips for writing a good story. What are the different kinds of tips we need to remember while we are writing a story? First and foremost, before you start writing a story, you should be clear in your mind of exactly what you're going to write. Once you read the question paper and once you've read the story question, now just sit back for 5 minutes, close your eyes, and start imagining what you're going to write in the story. Like, for example, if the title given to you is The Gift, for example, close your eyes and start imagining your birthday, the morning of your birthday, where you're super excited, the kind of the day every child wishes to, live. Uska bas chale to every day should be a birthday for the child. Okay, start imagining your birthday. Start imagining, yourself all decked up on that particular day, all excited to go to school. Okay, with those bag of chocolates with you, you're super excited to rush to school so that you can distribute chocolates to your friends. And after school parties, how can we forget that? Imagine that day when your mother gets up early in the morning so that she could plan just a perfect birthday party for you. Okay, so these are all the plots you can think of. Yes, in fact, the gift can also be a good deed. Very good, Virat. As Virat suggested, that can the gift be a good deed? Yes, yes, it can be. Where you can talk about one good thing that you did for someone else that turned out to be the best thing for him, a special gift. Yes. So these all are, see, abhi while talking also, so many of you all had certain ideas going on. So this is exactly what I'm trying to say. Read the questions, sit back, relax, enjoy the movie in your mind. Okay. This is how you'll get a clear idea of the plot. And once the idea of the plot is ready, just with a pencil only, write it down in rough, the sequence of the plot. Don't write it with a pen, just write it with a pencil, so that while writing the story you do not get confused and you know the sequence of the plot. Then you want to make it a special gift, a special birthday, it's upon you. Is just that I want you to have a clear idea. Unlike others, you know what they do the moment they read the question, okay, jaldi jaldi likhna chalu. Nahi, we do not have to rush. We have a good 35 minutes with us for this story. 5 minutes, take your time to frame the entire story, and the rest 30 minutes, write it. Okay? Exactly, you should know how your story is going to unfold, what all is going to happen, okay? And how is it going to ultimately end. As I told her, do not write your story in a haphazard manner. Proper introduction, though, give the sequence of the events. Okay? Give a proper introduction, give a sequence, okay? We're just discussing a general topic. We're not discussing any topic in particular. We're just discussing a general topic for story. Okay. So you just need to close your eyes, frame the plot in your mind. And remember, if you can start a story well and you have end it well, you've written a perfect story. Jaha starting is perfect, where the end is perfect, where each and every character is well defined, you have written a perfect story. Okay, moving on to the next one. I would request no one to write down until I ask you all to do so. Just pay complete attention to the explanation. Whenever there is an outline of the story given, okay, do not omit any points or change the order of the points given in the outline. You have to exactly write it in the pointers that is given to you all in the outline. Do not change the sequence according to your own will and wish. Don't do that. Then connect the points in such a manner that the story is actually logical. When you connect the points in the story, it turns out to be a logical story. It's not that the paper character is thinking exactly what has this child written. No, don't do that. The best way to enhance a story is actually to add dialogues to it. Now, let me make you understand this. Wake up, Rohan. It's 7 a.m. It's your birthday. Mother shouted from the kitchen. So, what did we do over here? We began our story with a dialogue. And tell me who was the main character in the story? Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute. Yeah. Guys, is the voice breaking again? Yes? No? Perfect, right? It's better? Perfect. Okay. So, yes. Okay, do one thing. Just give me a minute. Just let me just check the connection. Just give me 1 minute, please. Okay, quickly tell me, is my voice absolutely clear now, or is it still breaking? Clear? Perfect. Shabash. So now with no more connectivity issues, let's proceed further. So as we were already discussing the fourth pointer. So yes, I did narrate a dialogue to you all. So come on, tell me, who was the main character in a story? It was Rohan. Absolutely correct. So the main character in our story was Rohan. So what did I do over here? I introduced my main character also, okay, by using a dialogue. So add dialogues to your story. It will make your story look very lively. Okay, you can add dialogues to make your story look very lively. It's as if the reader can connect to the story. And give names to your characters. Never ever leave your character nameless. Even if you're talking about a dog, give it a name. About any major character of a story, give it a name. Do not ever, leave them nameless. Don't leave it for the audience to guess what could be the name. You make give a name to the particular character. Even if you're talking about a table, give the table a name. If the table is a main character, give it a name. Never ever leave it nameless. Are these 5 pointers clear to all of you all? Yes. Okay. So what I want you all to do is, come on, write down these 5 pointers in your book. All of you all, start writing them. 1 second. Okay. The second pointer, neither omit nor distort. Distort means change the sequence of the pointers given in the outline. As I discussed with you all might be given an outline story. And whenever you're connecting the story, whenever you're connecting the outlines to form your story, always remember one thing, that never ever change the sequence of the pointers given. Never ever change the sequence of the pointers given. Just keep them as it is. Distort means don't change the sequence of the pointers. Okay, understood? The second pointer. Rational pointer basically means logical pointers. Like when you're writing or connecting the pointers in a story, it should be logical. Like when we read it, it turns out to be logical. Done? Perfect. Okay. Are all of you done writing the 5 pointers? Tick. Perfect. Come on. We'll now proceed further and move on to the rest of the pointers. Now, don't make your story extremely long just for the sake of it. If suppose you feel that in 1.5 page only, you feel that you've written an exceptional story, and that by adding it more, or by dragging it more, you're just going to make it lose its essence. Don't drag it. If your 1.5 page story can match the and compete the level of a 2 page story, fine. Don't drag it unnecessarily. Where you feel you can add further pointers, go for it. But don't just add it for the sake of it. Not let it not be unduly long. Unduly means unnecessarily long. In stories, no. You cannot use smileys. No. You will end up facing mark deductions for that. So don't do that. Okay. You can express yourself by using exclamations, but avoid using smileys. Okay, moving further, do not ever ignore the importance of conclusion. Okay, never ever ignore the importance of conclusion. It simply means you need to conclude your story well. Now, just the way we discussed some time back, that what happens is when you just, a web series ends up abruptly and you don't know what happened in the end. So it kind of creates a curiosity and inquisitiveness, and you keep working. But after some point of time, the next season will come and it is going to be all fine. You'll get to know everything. But that's not the case with the story, because once you've written it, you've written it. Right? So do not ever leave your paper character with curiosity कि आगे क्या हुआ. Please end the story well. Conclude it properly. And conclude it in such a manner that it has a lasting impact on the reader. That once the reader has read your story, he's like, whew, what a story. One second. One second. So never ever ever ignore the fact that you need to conclude your story well. Okay? Conclude it well, leave such a lasting impact on the reader that your paper character is mesmerized with your story. Right? Proceeding further, tell me, have you ever read a book without a title? Have you ever read a book which has no title? Never. So why write a story without a heading? Always remember, your story will always have a title. Whether mentioned in the question or no, always write a title. Always give a title to your story. Just remember one thing, if you cannot read a book without a title, how can you write a story without a title either? So your story should always have a title. You can name it after your main character, any proverb, any object, any incident, anything, but it should have a title. Your story should never ever be nameless. A story without a title means it's a nameless story. Don't do that. Okay. Write the story in past tense. Whatever writing skills we write, we always write them in the past tense. If you're adding dialogues to it, then fine, you can make the dialogues in present tense. You can write them in present tense, but otherwise, let your story be in past tense only. Use short sentences. Now, whenever you write a very big sentence, it loses its charm. Okay, is it loses its essence. Avoid. Avoid that. Okay, you can break your story. You can break the sentence into two halves and write them. You can do that, but don't write an extremely long sentence. That's what I'll tell you all. If it's an autobiography, if it's an autobiography, then yes, sometimes it will be written in present tense only. Okay, but most of the time, I in your like considering your level, you all won't be given an autobiography anymore. That privilege is only for the fourth and the fifth standard students, not for you all. So autobiography won't be given to you all, but agar aata bhi hai, so write that in present tense. And finally, the last pointer: do not use slang. Remember, we do not write the way we speak. But when I say slang, yo, bro, how's you? How you've been? Anyways, yeah, just leave it. I'm kind of bored, man. These are all slangs. WhatsApp pay, perfect. Insta pay, perfect. Snapchat pay, even perfect. But in your essay, in your story, when you're writing it in the exam paper, not at all okay. Even anyways is a slang. Anyways, kuch nahi hota, it's anyway. It's a slang. Avoid. Bro, how's you? What's up? Avoid that. Remember, you cannot ever write the way you speak. If we did that, we will never ever get marks in examination, especially in writing skills. So, are these pointers until now clear to all of you all? Any doubts? Clear? Sure? Okay, perfect. Come on. Write them down in your book, all of you all. Once done, let me know in the chat box. Okay, let the story not be unduly long, means do not drag the story. Not be unduly. Unduly means unnecessarily long. Do not just drag it for the sake of it. Okay. So unduly means do not drag it for no reason. Don't make it unnecessarily long. Adhere to the word limit. Adhere means stick to the word limit if it is mentioned. Clear now? So just don't,